If you've been lifting, tracking your food, saying no to junk, walking more, and you still feel like nothing is changing, you're not crazy and your body isn't broken. Kelsey, one of our coaching clients, told me before starting our program, I want to be the strongest version of myself, but I feel like I'm doing everything right and nothing is changing. She wasn't alone. Most of the women we coach, busy moms, nurses, doctors, teachers, are showing up daily but still feeling stuck in their fitness journey. So let me break down how Kelsey got these results in just 8 weeks. First, I'm going to break down exactly why you're stuck and how to keep moving forward without motivation. This is officially episode 1 of my Lean and Strong series, where over the next few weeks, I'm going to be dropping all the secrets, everything you need to know on how to get lean and strong without extremes. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss future episodes. Point number 1, systems over motivation. You don't need more willpower. You don't need a better protein powder or a longer gym session. You need a system that works when life doesn't. Most women fail in their fitness journey because they're chasing outcomes instead of building outputs. When the scale doesn't move, when your body doesn't feel different, when you hit your macros but you still feel stuck, you start to spiral and you think, it's not working. Maybe it's just my age. Maybe it's my hormones or my genetics. Maybe I need to try something different. That is not the problem. The problem is you rely on feeling good to stay consistent. And in real life, sis, that doesn't cut it. So this shift is what's going to give you freedom. One of my favorite quotes from the book Atomic Habits is, you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. When my clients who are super busy get results, even when they're exhausted, they're juggling kids, they're juggling full-time jobs, it's because they're running a system and they're not just winging it. So this is the Lean and Strong formula. It's 4 core systems that hold up your transformation like a table. But if one leg is weak, the whole thing wobbles and crumbles down. So let me walk you through it. Pillar number 1 is fuel, aka our nutrition. You're not under-disciplined when it comes to nutrition. You're just overwhelmed and have no structure. So we simplify your food choices with having systems like this. Eating the same 5 to 7 meals that hit your macros that you absolutely love and always include in your rotation for the week. Setting a protein and calorie goal each day so you have structure and no chaos. Pre-logging your food into your tracking app at night so you don't have to guess and wonder what you're going to eat the next day. Having a day where you grocery shop and meal prep the same day each week that sets you up for success. It's a non-negotiable. You don't need to eat perfect, but you do need to eat with intention. Nutrition is the foundation, but you also won't get lean and strong without this next pillar, which is pillar number 2, muscle. This is how we build the body you actually want, is through strength training. Not about being skinny, but being strong. Not burning yourself out with cardio, but actually sculpting and shaping the body that you want. Most of my clients follow a 3 to 4 day consistent training split. Even Kelsey, the one I showed you at the beginning, trains 4 times per week. Their workouts are planned in advance, so there's no winging it. We have different things that we track inside of our training app to make sure that they're making progress and not just focusing on the scale. Getting lean and strong is going to come from structure, not just winging it and following random workouts online. But this next pillar is one of the most underrated pillars for fat loss, which is number 3, movement. This is something that most women don't take into consideration. Instead, we're very quick to jump to doing an hour of cardio a day when we don't even really take time to prioritize our movement outside of the gym. Forget trying to burn off food. We use, number 1, a daily step count goal that is realistic to your lifestyle. Don't just jump in and do 10,000 steps per day because you see every other fitness influencer doing it. If you have a sedentary job or just a sedentary life in general, jumping from maybe 1,000 to 2,000 steps per day to all of a sudden 10,000 is going to be a big jump for you. So just set something that's a little bit higher than what you normally do and hit that consistently before you increase over time. And a daily step count goal is all of your steps throughout the entire day. So you don't have to just go on an hour-long walk. I understand not everyone has time for that, but it is throughout your entire day. If you have a sedentary job, you can also invest in a standing desk and a walking pad. This is one of the best way to get steps in, and it's personally how I reach my steps every day. And finally, cardio protocols if needed that don't steal your recovery. Cardio has its time and place, but you do need the proper balance of strength training and cardio if you really want to get lean and strong. Your daily movement is the glue between your workouts and your results. But none of these 3 pillars will work for you if you don't have this locked in, which is pillar number 4, mindset. This is your operating system. You can have a perfect plan, but still quit if your mindset is off. This is where we coach, number 1, a morning routine to set the tone for the day. Instead of waking up and scrolling on your phone for 30 minutes, do a routine that gets you in a good mental state to start the day. It can be journaling, prayer, it can be writing down your goals for the day, reviewing your schedule, something that makes you feel feel productive and ready to tackle the day. Number 2 is practicing neutral self-talk during plateaus or during the times where you're struggling. The last thing you want to do is just kick yourself when you're already down. The negative self-talk does not help at all, so you've got to learn how to have a bad day but continue to move forward no matter what. Which brings me to the next part, is learning how to fail forward and never give up. Too often times I see women quitting or giving up on themselves in their fitness journey because it's hard, or they had a bad day, or maybe they fell off track. That doesn't mean that you're a failure. You can have fails and mistakes and mess up, but you can keep going and get up the next day and try again. That is how you ultimately achieve a goal. It's not about being perfect. It's just about never letting yourself quit or give up on yourself. You got to remind yourself that the only way to fail is to quit. And finally, journaling or prayer routines that build identity level change. If you want to change your outward appearance, you first need to change your inward appearance too. You need to associate yourself with a new identity. If you keep telling yourself that you're lazy, that you're overweight, that you're unhealthy, that you can't do it, you're not disciplined, that's the identity that you're going to keep showing up in. You need to change your identity and start identifying as that woman who is strong, who is powerful, who can achieve her goals, who has that strong-willed mentality, who can have a bad day or a bad week but still get up the next day and keep trying anyways. Mindset is truly the difference between the women who transform and the women who burn out and restart every single month and never make it a lifestyle change. But here's the thing that's actually holding you back from implementing these pillars. Decision fatigue. This is why you are burnt out. Here's the truth. You're not failing because you suck at discipline. You're failing because you're making too many decisions and you're just getting overwhelmed. Did you know that on average, humans make 35,000 decisions per day? Between work, stress, life, and kids, by 8 p.m., you're exhausted. The last thing you want to do is cook a meal or get a workout in. And that's when the cravings hit and the emotional eating happens. That's why we need to just remove the friction, remove the decision fatigue. We make our meals automatic, we make your training repeatable, and we make your habits predictable. Because systems beat motivation every single time. My clients don't succeed by just grinding harder and harder all the time. They succeed because they automate. Having the same breakfast every day, getting grocery delivery. Their training sessions are scheduled into their calendars. Steps are built into their routine. Even putting your gym outfit out the night before is setting you up for success. It's one less decision you need to make. This is why I pre-log all of the food that I eat into MyFitnessPal before I eat it. I make sure that my meals are prepped and ready for the week. My macros are hit. Those are less decisions that I need to make in a day. I don't need to decide what time I'm going to work out. Should I work out today? What am I going to eat today? It's already decided for me because I set myself up for success on the weekend and I pre-log all of my food. I plan out my schedule to make it easier for me to stay on track. It's not because I'm motivated or extremely disciplined. It's because I'm removing friction and I'm removing that decision fatigue for myself. Make the decisions ahead of time, and this is how you're going to stay on track even when life gets messy or busy. Structure does not box you in. It sets you free. But this was just episode 1 of the Lean and Strong series. In episode 2, I'm going to be breaking down the truth about losing stomach fat that no one has told you. So make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next episodes. But if you're done trying harder and you're ready to think smarter, just apply for coaching by filling out the form in the description below. And let's build your customized Lean and Strong formula. We'll help you get stronger, leaner, and more confident without the burnout.